H2, KTM 390 Adventure, the little ATV that refuses to stay in its lane. When KTM first dropped the 390 Adventure, it wasn't trying to be flashy or loud about it, but it definitely shook things up. This bike showed up for riders who wanted more than a basic commuter, but weren't ready to wrestle a 500-pound adventure tank through traffic, gravel, and trailheads. Before the 390 Adventure, the ADV world was basically split down the middle. On one side, you had small dual-sport bikes, light and simple, sure, but rough on the highway, and not exactly comfortable for long days in the saddle. On the other side, you had big boy adventure machines, like KTM's own 790, 890, and 1290 Adventures. Absolute beasts, no question, but also heavy, expensive, and honestly intimidating for newer or everyday riders. The 390 Adventure slid right into that gap and said, why not both? Lightweight, fully loaded with tech, capable on pavement and dirt, affordable enough to actually make sense. KTM didn't just build a smaller ADV, they built a do-everything bike that fits real life. And with every update since, especially the latest 2025 versions, KTM has kept leveling it up. More power, smarter electronics, and legit off-road upgrades that make it way more than just a starter adventure bike. H2, engine and performance, small motor, big attitude. At the heart of the 390 Adventure is KTM's tried and true single-cylinder liquid-cooled engine, a motor that's been refined to death, in a good way, across KTM's small displacement lineup. This thing is simple, punchy, and way more fun than its size suggests. The 373cc classic setup. Earlier and current standard models rock the 373cc motor, and it's still a solid performer. Displacement, 373.27cc. Power, around 43.5 PS, about 32 kilowatts at 9,000 RPM. Torque, roughly 37 Nm at 7,000 RPM. Fueling, Bosch fuel injection. This engine loves to rev, but it doesn't feel gutless down low. It's got that sweet mid-range punch that makes back roads fun and city riding easy. Light bike plus eager motor equals smiles per mile. The 2025 upgrade, 399cc and stronger everywhere. For 2025, KTM cranked things up with a bigger 399cc engine, and yeah, you feel it. Displacement, about 399cc. Power, around 45.3 bhp, roughly 46 PS. Torque, about 39 Nm. Transmission, 6-speed gearbox with slip assist clutch. Quick shifter plus, bidirectional, standard on higher trims. This update makes a real difference on the highway. Roll-on power is stronger. Low-end grunt feels meatier, and overall, the bike feels smoother and more confident, especially when passing cars or cruising long stretches. Why this engine works so well? Single-cylinder simplicity. Fewer parts, easier maintenance, less drama. Ride-by-wire throttle. Smooth and predictable, not twitchy. Quick shifter plus. Bang up and down gears without touching the clutch. Pure fun. It's not trying to be a rocket ship. It's trying to be usable everywhere, and it nails that mission. Chassis, suspension and handling. Built for real adventure. Trellis frame, KTM DNA. The 390 Adventure rides on KTM's steel trellis frame, the same design philosophy they use on their rally and race machines, just scaled down. That means light but strong, predictable flex, tons of feedback. You always know what the bike is doing, whether you're carving asphalt or bouncing over gravel. Suspension setup, standard models. Front, WP Apex 43mm upside-down forks. Rear, WP Apex monoshock with around 177mm of travel. Ground clearance, approximately 200mm. Seat height, approximately 855mm. This setup is plush enough to soak up potholes and dirt roads, but firm enough to stay composed on twisty pavement. It's not race suspension, but for mixed riding, it's dialed. Some 2025 versions step things up big time. 21-inch front, 17-inch rear wheels, tubeless spoked wheels, more off-road focused suspension tuning. That's real ADV hardware, perfect for riders who actually plan to leave the pavement behind. How it feels on the move. Curb weight, around 177 kilograms on older models. Balance, excellent mass centralization. The bike feels light, flickable, and confidence-inspiring. It's easy to control at low speeds, stable at highway pace, and way less intimidating than bigger ADV bikes. Brakes and safety. No sketchy moments here. Stopping power is solid and confidence-boosting. Front, 320mm disc with a 4-piston radial caliper. Rear, 230mm disc. ABS, Bosch 9.1 MP, with cornering ABS and off-road mode. You get strong braking on pavement, plus the ability to loosen things up off-road. Rear ABS can be disabled for slides and trail control, which is a huge win for dirt riders. Electronics and rider aids, punching way above its weight. This is where the 390 Adventure really flexes. Connectivity, OO, built. 5-inch full-color TFT screen, thanks. Turn-by-turn navigation, auto. Everything is clear, modern, and easy to use. And then practicalities, rider aids that actually matter. OO. Ride modes, street, rain, off-road, cruise control, protective gear checking. Strong, lean-sensitive traction control, MTC. Ride-by-wire throttle, quick shifter, on select 2025 variants. Huge deal in this class. OO. This level of tech used to be reserved for way bigger, way pricier bikes. And SS. Comfort. Surprisingly touring-friendly. Adventure bikes live or die by comfort. And the 390 Adventure does better than expected. Rider triangle. Upright seating position. Wide bars for leverage. Rider foot pegs placed well for sitting and standing. You don't feel cramped or stretched out. It's natural and relaxed. Real touring capability. Fuel tank. Adventure bikes live or die by comfort. Around 14.5 liters. Roughly 350 to 420 kilometers per tank. That's legit touring range for a sub 400cc bike. Day trips, weekend trips, even longer adventures. No problem. Variants and special editions. Pick your flavor. KTM didn't stop at one version. Standard 390 Adventure. The balanced all-rounder. Road, dirt, touring. Does it all. 390 Adventure X. More budget-friendly. Rugged look. Still very capable. 390 Adventure R. 2025-2026. The most hardcore option. 21/17 wheels. Longer suspension travel. This one's aimed squarely at riders who want to push deeper into trails. Real-world rider feedback. The good and the meh. What people love. Light and easy to handle. Great fuel economy. Fun on twisty roads and dirt. Common complaints. Seat can get uncomfortable on long highway days. ABS can feel a bit aggressive. Some debate over 2025 build quality. Nothing deal-breaking, but good to know. Pricing and availability: USA. 2025 KTM 390 Adventure X, starting around $6,499 USD. Freight and dealer fees usually add approximately $500 to $600. For what you're getting, that price is seriously competitive. Where it sits against the competition, compared to bikes like the Honda CB500X, Royal Enfield Himalayan 450, and upcoming BMW F450 GS. The 390 Adventure holds its own by offering lighter weight, more tech, and sharper performance at a friendlier price point. Final verdict: who is this bike for? The KTM 390 Adventure is perfect if you want a lightweight, do-it-all ADV. Modern electronics without premium pricing. Real off-road ability in a manageable package. A bike that works daily and on trips. It's not for riders chasing hardcore motocross or full dress-up touring, but for everyone else. It's a sweet spot. The hook: why the 390 Adventure still hits different. In a motorcycle world where bikes keep getting heavier, pricier, and more complicated, the KTM 390 Adventure stands out by keeping things smart, light, and genuinely fun. It doesn't demand expert skills or a fat wallet. Just curiosity and the urge to explore. Whether it's your first real adventure bike or the one that finally lets you ride everywhere without overthinking it, the 390 Adventure proves one thing loud and clear. You don't need a massive engine to chase massive horizons. And once you ride it, the only question left is how far you're willing to go.